everybody, it's Abigail Ockwell here and welcome back to another WIP and Chat. If you're new here, WIP stands for Work in Progress. Today I am working on Hello Beastie, which is by Mandy Manzano and Diamond Art Club. I finished the top row last week, which you would have seen in my previous WIP and Chat when I was working on Alice Lost. Now, the reason I haven't got Alice Lost out is because I'm on the very last row and I'm literally about to start it, so yeah, it just wouldn't fit with the camera, so yeah, therefore I had to get this one out, which isn't too much of a hassle for me because I've been taking this to work with me, and yeah, I've been working it at work. Also with some of them, you may possibly see that there are a whole load of mixed drills in one of the containers, and that is just purely because as I was leaving work on last Thursday I think it was, I dropped the container and some of them burst open and there were round drills all over the floor, and so yeah, I tried to do it as best as I could. So yeah, I started this section last night, so there we go. Sorry if it's a bit bright, it's just because I've had to pop my charger in, so hopefully so that it wouldn't die. I literally had 5 minutes of battery left when I was about to start working on this. But anyway, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today is, I'm going to be knocking this a bit because where it is. Today, it's Wednesday the 19th, and it is National Popcorn Day. Who knew there was a National Popcorn Day? I mean, I certainly didn't until today. Sometimes I think that some of the national holidays are like just a joke, just to make, well, it's not a national holiday, but it's just, yeah, it's just National Popcorn Day. Don't know why we have a National Popcorn Day. Despite the fact I do work in a cinema, I do not ask these questions. So yeah, people that are in our club, our cinema club, they get a free small popcorn today. And it is only for today. Can't be extended or anything, just for today. But no, I mean, I'm not working today. I'm working tomorrow from 12:45 until 6:30 at night, which is why I'm filming this today, just because I'm not going to have time tomorrow because I've got D&D, which is a Dungeons and Dragons for anyone who's not sure. Josh is running a campaign. Josh is my other half for anyone who doesn't know. Yeah, he's running a campaign. So, yeah. So, me, my friend Robin, and her husband will all be taking part in that, as well as my mum and PJ. But yeah, no, so it's been an okay week, so I guess I should start off on the cliffhanger I left you last week, where I was training somebody called Abby. So you're probably all expecting, like I was, an absolute horror show, but actually it went a lot better than I was expecting. So, oh fudge, I've just realised I've popped them on the wrong symbol. Did I? Hold on, these are, what are these? Yep, I popped a whole load on the wrong symbol. Ugh, reverse diamond painting. Oh, the joys when you think you've got the correct symbol, but you haven't. So my tweezers here are from DPing with sparklers on Facebook, and she's also got her own site as well, so I'll link that in the description below. That one I can just do that. But yeah, no, so yeah, it actually went really well. She picked up the ice cream stand really quickly because that's what I was training on. She didn't turn the dipping cabinet off, which you'll be pleased to know, which I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the terrifying thing. Thankfully, she'd already had like one training session before on there, so that wasn't too bad. But no, she got her head around it really well, you know. Really good scooping technique, etc. And yeah, it's just that. I think I'm gonna have to use my fingers now. Yeah, so we didn't have any really stupid mistakes. We, you know, she was just asking your regular questions. But yeah, no, I didn't have to train anybody with arthritic hands this week. However, there is a however to this week. Over the weekend, I was training people. I was training Jasmine, who I'd trained the night before. The night before, I trained Abby, and then I also had to train somebody called Charlotte. Now, the reason that I was a little bit like, oh god, training, is because I didn't know that I was training, and neither did the two people that I was training. So I trained, all that basically Jasmine had to learn was how to open. And then the person that I trained the next night, Charlotte, all she had to do really was learn how to close. It was supposed to be defrost night. However, we didn't have space in the fridge. So yeah, therefore, it was a it was a case of yeah, I can't teach you how to defrost because we haven't got any space in the fridge. Right, seeing as I've got this symbol out, I might as well do it. So it's the hourglass one. So, but yeah, no, again, very competent, very good. I actually got to go home early on the Saturday because, you know, Jasmine really knew her way around the cabinet. She knew how to make everything. You know, I had complete and utter faith in her. You know, we took our breaks separately, and she didn't manage to blow up the cinema that I work in. Well, she didn't manage to blow up or anything. So yeah, that was definitely a positive. That you know, that they felt comfortable to have her basically do the last 2 hours by herself instead of you know, having me with her. So yeah, I take that as a big positive on my part, that I was able to sort of train somebody and get them feeling comfortable enough to, you know, do the area by themselves. Somehow at work, I don't know how, but I've got the nickname of Queen of the Ice Cream Stand. Don't ask why, I just do. Yeah, I always find that one of my shifts isn't really a shift on there if I don't have to make at least one milkshake. So yes, all my young apprentices got to learn the ways of the milkshake and how to do a good job with a milkshake, which, you know, they all did very well. Basically with them, when we do the milkshakes, it can be a little bit tricky. So usually what I'll do is I'll show them how to do the first milkshake, and then I'm like, right, next time someone comes along, you're on your own. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go back to Jasmine. Yeah, I taught her how to, obviously on that night, the night that I trained her last Wednesday, you know, I ran through everything with her and taught her how to make stuff. But yeah, no, she made a, what was it? She made a 3-scoop sundae basically by herself. She only had a little bit of prompting. But it was only like some little things. It was just little things near the end. But I was very happy. I just stood back in the corner and I just let her do it completely. You know, she didn't need me to really hold her hand or anything. Say if that had been Abby, I don't think I would have felt comfortable enough to leave her by herself. But yeah, no, Abby did a really, really, really good job. And so did Jasmine. Also, so did Charlotte on the Sunday night. So we finished pretty quickly, and then the team leader, Ollie, he was like, yeah, can you help out some of the other areas they've run behind us? And we were all just like, we both like, darn it. Because obviously we wanted to go home, seeing as we'd finished like really early, because the previous nights we had managed to get out early and avoid helping the other areas, but you know, things like that happen. So yeah, no. So yeah, the ice cream stand work is still alive and kicking. I have not had to hit anyone with a stick. I have not had to turn somebody into a smouldering pile of ash, which is very good. But no, yeah, I did talk to the team leader, Ollie, about basically being thrown onto a training area and being thrown onto training and not being aware of it. I was like, James! Because, you know, I don't mind training people. I just like to be made aware that I'm training people before I start training people. You know, common courtesy, but no, sometimes it's just really hard to send an email and let the trainer know that they're training. But like I say, I mean, I really don't mind training. Usually most of my training shifts have to be on usually most of my training shifts are on the ice cream, just because, you know, that really is my area. That's the area that I excel at. And yeah, usually people that I trained on the ice cream, they usually come out very well. However, there was one that when they left them alone for the first time, they did turn off the dipping cabinet, but we do not go there. We don't go there. We do not go there. We really don't. Oh, anyway. So yeah, like I say, I got to go home early on the Saturday from training Jasmine. Well, not really training. I didn't really have to do a whole load with Jasmine, to be honest. Yeah, I got to go home early and I got to see my nieces for a little while. So yeah, I had a cup of tea with them, and well, they weren't drinking tea, but I had a tea and they were playing, which was nice. You know, it's always great to see like their imaginations flying and everything, and how they've developed over the years, because you know, it wasn't that long ago that Esme, my youngest niece, was a tiny baby. And I'm like, no, stop growing. So yeah, no, it's so strange every time I see them, that they've like grown a little bit more. I'm like, oh, no, stop. It really is a case of just, why can't you be small forever? But that's the thing with children. They never stay tiny. Never stay tiny. That'll be the one thing that I'll hate when I have children, is that they won't stay tiny. Yeah, so that was basically my weekend, training people on ice cream and not expecting to train people on ice cream. I heard a bell, which means there's a cat in here, which means it's probably Misty, because she always has the loudest bell, so that's not a big deal. No. Oh no, I should probably go back to Sunday. So Sunday, my shift was quite fun. So we'd had a preliminary inspection from the regional manager. Now, our regional manager, he's really nice. Neil is lovely. I haven't seen him in a really long time, but he's nice. Yeah, because we had Her Majesty the Queen coming. That's who we call Neil's boss. So I'm gonna have to be very careful. I'll just call her by her nickname, Her Majesty the Queen. So Her Majesty the Queen, well, her first name's Kelly. I'm not going to say her last name, but Her Majesty the Queen Kelly. She was the original like GM of our site, so she tends to think that our site is still hers, which obviously, you know, it's not. It's no longer hers. It hasn't been hers for a really long time. Yeah, so she and her boss, Sean, they were visiting yesterday, which was Tuesday. But no, apparently they didn't pick up on a lot. Yeah, so I have no idea where this cat is. There is very obviously a cat somewhere. But no. She like I say, the regional manager Neil, he had visited the day before. No, not the day before, the Sunday. You know, preliminary inspection went well. And then one of my managers, Dan, he was looking at the ice cream. He'd actually come in the previous night as well, with his wife to watch, I think it was Spider-Man off the top of my head. Pretty sure it was. No, it was the Thursday night that they came in and watched Spider-Man. I remember because I was training Abby on that night. Yeah, he was like having a little look at the ice cream. And he went, "Oh, it's all boring flavours." And then I have no idea what's going on next door. But that's the landlord of next door, obviously, either yelling down the phone or yelling at one of his tenants. I don't know which. But yeah, no. What was I going on about? Oh yes, I was going on about that story with Dan. So yeah, he was like, "Oh, there's all boring flavors," and then the GM, or it's like Ben, he comes up and he said, "Says the man who orders the ice cream." And then as a joke, Dan looked behind him, and I was like, "Yeah, that's a point. You're still the one that orders the ice cream. We can't, you know." But it was like, "Oh, it's the team members. They're putting out boring flavours." I was like, "Really, Dan? Really?" So, yeah, no. So that happened. And then the TL came over, Ollie. And he was just checking that everything was going well. And I told him about what had happened with Dan. Now, I hadn't realised that Dan had gone up to sort of where we used to have our bar area. And I was telling Ollie about this. And then I just hear this voice that scares me a little bit from sort of a little while, a little bit overhead, saying, "Anything else?" So yeah, obviously, Dan heard me jokingly complaining about him. But no, Dan is lovely. Dan is lovely. You know, he's a great manager. I just feel bad that they're like under a lot of stress right now. Because yeah, they're trying to make the best out of a bad situation. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. That was the weekend. So yeah, fairly interesting weekend, I'd say. Most of my stories, annoyingly, I have no idea what's going on next door, but yeah, no, the landlord's obviously not happy. Yeah, no, most of my stories, like I say, are from work. It's just because I really don't have much of a life. Apart from work, crafting, sleep. Yep, so yeah, also this week I had to change my lizard's UVB bulb. So for those of you who don't know, I have a bearded dragon, an 8-year-old bearded dragon. His name is Erwin, and he is like the most adorable thing. Well, he's one of the most adorable things on planet Earth. I can't say that he is the most adorable thing because, you know, I have cats. You know, he's the Erwin is the adorable scaly thing, and then my cats are the adorable fluffy things. You know, it doesn't have sort of the same ring to it of I'm going to go and cuddle the scaly reptile, because yeah, loads of people are going to think, oh, that's really weird that that she's, you know, cuddling this scaly reptile that's really rough, and then you've got obviously something like a cat that's just really soft, really floofy, and yeah. But no, yeah, so I was doing his light. I have decided, so reptiles have a need something called UVB, which is produced by the sun, but obviously because he's not living outside and because we're not a really hot climate, obviously he needs lights to produce that UVB light. So yeah, I had to change that. So I changed it, I think it was last week, and then I realised that his original unit that held the 2 UVB bulbs had blown. Like, that whole unit had gone. I mean, it'd been working for 8 years, so, you know, it had a very good life. It had a good run. So yeah, I can't really be too upset about that, in all fairness, because it really did. You know, it surpassed its life expectancy, basically. Normally with something like that, you would expect it to be like sort of 4 or 5 years before you have to replace it, but no, I splashed out and got a brand new unit, new bulb. Yeah, no, got a brand new unit and everything, so yeah, I popped that in, popped the previous bulb that had been in the unit in, because that hadn't blown, and it worked fine. And I was like, good, we've got a winner, hallelujah. You know, didn't think nothing of it until the next day, where I found that light had blown, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, I was obviously a little bit annoyed, but, you know, I was like, oh, okay. So it's like, well, I ordered that bulb, I ordered a new bulb with the new lighting unit for him. So, yeah, we should, I'll try that and hope it's not the unit that's gone. Thankfully, it wasn't the unit that had gone, it was just the bulb. So yeah, I changed the bulb, and on yesterday I changed the bulb and the unit yesterday. So while I was trying to change the bulb, I used to have like plastic things to hold the UVB tubes. Yeah, the last of those broke, but thankfully on the other side I had put in some like metal ones from a few years previously. So I was like, right, okay, I'm gonna get the screwdriver, and we're gonna get these out. So yeah, I got them out. Also they still had like the little have I got one up there? I think I do. Oh, it's the broken one. Okay, that's good. Alright, so here is, actually going to zoom around a bit. Nope, that's zoom in. So this is what I had to get out yesterday. So here you can see that you've got a clip this has been in the thing for 8 years, and you can see that it snapped there. So obviously, you know, I was like, oh, flip, okay. But thankfully I've now only gone to a 1 bulb system. So he's getting everything that he needs from just 1 bulb, or the UVB he needs from 1 bulb. So he's still got his heat lamp, but he's got just 1 bulb that has his UVB in. So what they used to be is I used to have a double unit. So you'd have 1 UVB bulb at the front and then 1 at the back. And yeah, they'd be clipped on with these. So you'd screw this in. The reason this isn't out is because this has got stuck. So there's no way that that's going to be reused. But no, so yeah, you just drilled these in, pop the clip on, and yeah, rest is history. So yeah, I just decided, you know, enough was enough with having to replace 2 bulbs. I thought, hey, let's go for just a simple 1 bulb system. And I was like, and yeah, I haven't been disappointed so far. So I was getting a screwdriver and getting everything out. Yeah, I was trying to get this one out with a manual screwdriver because I managed to get the others out with a manual screwdriver. But it just wasn't happening. So I ended up going and getting the electric screwdriver, and yeah. So yeah, like I say, I got the electric screwdriver and just yeah. Just got it all out. Then I popped the metal one that was on the other side to the bit at the back, and then fit the bulb in there, and yeah, everything was fine. So yeah, I was very pleased when I woke up this morning to find it hadn't blown. So that definitely told me it was probably a fault with the bulb. And I mean, I guess the first thing that I should have thought when they stopped working ages ago was that it was the unit that had gone, because sort of 2 days after it went, which was Boxing Day, both me and Josh did smell burning coming from the unit. So obviously it fried, and yeah. But no, this new unit that he's got is really good. It certainly feels a lot more powerful than the previous one I had. And like I say, it only needs 1 bulb, so bonus. But yeah, that's that. So I have a very happy lizard at the moment. Some point he'll come out and make an appearance. Probably when it gets warmer is when he'll start popping himself. Well, he'll be starting to pop out again. It's just because it's still a bit cold at the moment. Obviously reptiles are cold-blooded, so they need a lot of heat and stuff. So yeah, you know, he had a bath while I was changing the unit over, but then when I was doing the bulb, but he was just in his bib, because that's fine. There's no risk that he's gonna get injured. You know, he was just a little bit curious to what was going on. But no, that's fine. He generally tends to be a very curious lizard anyway, so So yeah, anything new that's in its enclosure or anything that's new in the room that he's in, he has to explore. He has to take it in, and he's like, oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? He's yeah, like I say, he's just an incredibly curious lizard. So yeah, I'll go on to like Monday. So Monday, of course, I usually go horse riding, but I also had a staff meeting that I had to go to. I couldn't stay for all of it, just because I had to go riding. So it started at, I believe, it started at 11. Yeah, it started at 11. And apparently the whole meeting was like 3 hours long. So yeah, oh, that reminds me, I've got to send an email today. Yeah, there's an admin position going at work, and I'm going to apply for it. So far, I think I'm the only one that everyone knows is going for it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It depends who else is going for it. But no, I'm still waiting for the thing at the craft shop to pop up. Still hasn't happened yet. So yeah, basically do the admin position until I say cheerio to the cinema that I work in, because it's really not great. You know, it you know, it has gone downhill. I'm not going to go into it, because you guys that have been around here a long time, you guys know my views on it. And yeah, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. And yeah, no, wrong one. So yeah, I will be applying for an admin position after I have in the cinema that I work in. He said it's going to be 3 days a week. So yeah, I don't mind that. And also, I'll mainly be working in the office, and you know, where I've been there so long, it'll be, you know, be a good thing to just go through and everything. So yeah, that is basically that. So yeah, we had a staff meeting. The reason that I mainly went to the staff meeting was because fire drill. So it is a legal requirement for me to attend a fire drill. I had a manager, sort of a few GMs before Ben took over, that was like, you know, only if you're on annual leave or if you're sick are you not allowed to come in. If you're just on a day off, you have to come in. But I hadn't done a fire drill in, I want to say, 4 months, just because when they had been happening, I'd either been ill or most of the time I'd actually been off. One of them was while I was on sick leave with my mental health, so I obviously didn't go then, very obviously. But yeah, so went for that. You know, Josh, being Josh, because we work at the same place, he said, permission to be difficult, and Ben denied his request to be difficult, which was like, what? But yeah, no, we all made it. I wouldn't say we made it difficult for them, but we made it challenging. So me and one of my co-workers, we hid in the same screen. He was in an obvious place, and so we have like a sort of curtain bit around the screen. It doesn't close when we're about to sort of show a screen. It's just there. And I was like, okay, on the off chance that, say, someone does hide behind it, I'm gonna hide there. Originally I had all my feet in, but then I was like, well, what if it's a newbie, someone that hasn't done this before? Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit more easy for them, and I'm going to stick my legs out. So yeah, I stuck my legs out, and it was my team leader Ollie that came into the screen, and he was like, I see some shoes here. There's definitely no one hiding underneath it. And obviously I was hiding underneath it. And then it was like Eddie, who was the other person who was hiding in the cinema, he decided that he was going to be like sort of that awkward customer that was like, yeah, I'm going to go out this way. And Ollie was going, no, you have to go out this way. This is the closest exit, the fire exit. And I was like, oh, you use panic words, use the fire word. He was like, I'm describing a door. And I was like, yeah, I know. He knew I was pulling his leg with that, so yeah. But no, we got out safely. So what they did is they did 2 scenarios. So the first scenario that they did was, I was in the first group that were looking for, that was evacuating the building. Yeah, I was in that first group. So there were 17 of us. So yeah, so we got the building evacuated out 4 minutes 20 off the top of my head. So then we had another situation, which was when I was the customer and hiding, where we only had, I think it was 7 people looking. So, and then that took, I think, he said, like 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes for us to clear the building on that run, which really isn't too bad. But no, we were... So it was like we had the ideal scenario that, say, there was an evac that happened in the weekend where we have, you know, maximum staff available, and we can get everybody out incredibly quickly where everyone has got an area, etc. And then the second scenario was, you know, not the ideal scenario. So basically, if it was a weekday and we had like 7 people in for the whole day, you know, that was that scenario. But like I say, we managed to get the building evacuated very quickly, but yeah, it was really interesting to see those two scenarios like being played out in a way of sort of what would happen if, say, like we did have an emergency where we did have to evacuate. Yeah. And it was really interesting to see how both of those scenarios would play out. So yeah, that was that. So then I left about 12 o'clock. Now, in hindsight, I should have left a little bit earlier because I got there just as my lesson was about to start. And I was tired. I was like, oh God. So I was like running to get ready and everything. And sort of, you know, Sally was there. It's like, oh, where's Abigail? It's not normal. And I was like, I'm here. She was like, oh, there you are. I was a little bit worried. So yeah, I was very breathy. God, even thinking about it is making me feel quite breathy. But no, I just ran from my car and, you know, got there, sorted myself out as quickly as I really could. Then, yeah, it was a jump lesson, so probably when you've been running around and then doing a jump lesson, that's not the best sort of combination of lessons to really have. If it was a flat lesson, I think I would have probably done the whole lesson, but yeah, I did the warm-up and did some jumping, but then I just felt like I was getting very out of breath, very and I couldn't, you know, I couldn't carry on. Right, no. So, yeah, sorry, I'm just going to move this a little bit, because I'm going to try and finish this, but I don't think I will. There we go. That'll do. So, yeah, I just sort of got to, thought if I was going to go on the other rain and jump, but I was like, I can't, I just couldn't. I knew how breathy I was, and, you know, even Sally was like, okay, yeah, no, you know, your body, you know what's best for it. And like I say, I'll be going to badminton on the 6th of May, so hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys along with me and we can vlog the day out. Sorry about that, my other half just came in, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to take you around badminton horse trials, and yeah, we'll be able to share a fun day out. Which, yeah, I'm looking forward to. So probably be like a vlog style it'll probably be like a vlog style sort of video. So yeah, I'll probably vlog some when I'm driving up to the stables that I ride in, and then we'll vlog when we get to badminton. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, but no. So I think before I go, I've been in a really weird kilt lately. I've been watching, well, you know, I was watching Crikey It's the Owens. Yeah, I watched Encanto last week, which was really good. But yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't. What was I saying? I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing lately. So, lately I've just been like, yes, let's get my island rating up. So, Currently my island is on 2 stars. Yeah, maybe one day I will borrow my other half's capture card, which I bought for him, because he, like I say, well, as you guys know, he streams stuff, so yeah, he might let me use his capture card so I can show you guys around my island every now and again. But yeah, I've just been really working towards that, and just like, yeah, just having fun really with that, and just being not really caring. I mean, next week, next Friday is going to be a fun one, because the new Pokemon game, Legends of Arceus, comes out. So yeah, I'll definitely be playing that. So there are probably going to be quite a few Pokemon stories. I know Josh is going to be streaming it. He's not going to be doing the 12-hour long stream that he was originally going to do on when Diamond and Pearl came out, which I think in the end ended up as 8.5 hours. But yeah, I was with him for moral support that day, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that is that. Anything else? Oh yeah, riding. I was doing riding, and then I got distracted. But yeah, no. After my lesson, ironically, I was riding the horse called Popcorn. Yeah, quite ironic. When there's a horse called Popcorn, and you work at a cinema. But no. Normally, if you're doing his girth and stuff, he can be quite bitey. But no, I gave him his treats at the end of the lesson, and he slobbered over both of my hands. Just slobbered, like a puppy dog would slobber. So yeah, that's yeah, that is now it. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna hold on, zoom you out in a minute. Let me just finish popping these last few drills on, and yeah, no, this the section that I've been doing, I started at work yesterday, but as you can see, there's like a lot of confetti in it, so yeah. But no, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, comment, and possibly consider subscribing if you want to see more content. Yeah, this is the first video of the day that I am recording. Probably, there'll be another video out probably this week or something, because I'm doing an unboxing of Diamond Art Club and Diamond Dots. So yeah, I really hope that you can join me for those. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!